Hello and welcome to Tarot Sherpa. I'm Christine, and today I will be reading to you from the Light Seers Tarot by Chrisanne. I've just completed a review of that tarot deck, so if you're interested in seeing all the cards and learning a little bit about the author and artist, I will put a link to that video in the description box below. But today's reading is for Monday, the 16th of June. And so for Monday, 16 June, we're going to use we're going to use the Epic Mission and Badass Dreams spread that Chrisanne has in her companion volume, the Tarot of Light Seers. So, Epic Missions and Badass Dreams. Gotta love that. All right. Let's move on with this. Let's get going. Cut the cards. And the first card out is the Six of Swords. So talking about going on an epic mission, Six of Swords is a really great way to start because the Six of Swords is a card that is indicating both spiritual and intellectual growth, but it's also talking about the growth process as you're going from one shore to another, from a place of trouble or a place of ignorance and moving into a place of peace, place of knowledge. So Six of Swords, very transitional card. So we're going to put that right down on the in service spot. So here's our service. Let's see how this is looking on our board here. So here we go. Six of Swords. So our next card are the tools. What tools do we have to take us on this journey? I like that card. Let's use this one. Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles is all about working with other people. So the idea is that in this service, we are not alone. We have a team of people that we're working with. We have a collective objective and some goals. A lot of Three of Pentacles cards. You'll notice that in this Three of Pentacles, we have what looks like a family kind of weaving together. And that would indicate that there's a plan, that there's a higher purpose to all of this. They didn't just start making this construction, this creation, willy-nilly. Everything's nice and in order. Everybody's got a part to play. We've got one person here with the yarn, another person here's adjusting the pinnacles on the background weaving, and then we've got a father figure here holding everything up. So while this might be a family, it could also be, mentor and the people who are receiving mentorship. It could be a supervisor and the people who are, the action officers of this particular office, of this unit, of this party. And so the tools that are available are the cooperation, because one person might be particularly good at one piece and they can do that. They can make those adjustments. The other person's ideally suited to hold things together. And so working with other people can be enormously productive. All right, our third card, our purpose, divine mission. What do we need? Eight of Pentacles. I'm going to do that. I'm going to just adjust this a little bit. Work with me, please. There we go. Yeah. There we go. All right, we're a little squared away now. So here we have the Eight of Pentacles. And as I pointed out in my review, she's sitting in an office chair. It's like, yes, many of us do our Eight of Pentacles work in offices these days. And so I find that to be very appropriate to our modern age. But here we are, Eight of Pentacles, doing the work. But the thing that is going to help us get from one shore to the other, we've got our three crows pulling the boat, the Six of Swords. The thing that's helping us is our team and our work. And sometimes we can get lost inside of a team. Sometimes we're working in a team and, when you're teamwork is great, but it's easy also to get lost in a team and not realize how important your contribution is to this team. Realize that in a divine purpose kind of setting, in a divine purpose sense, and anything can be divine purpose. Your everyday job can be divine purpose. You're going to the grocery store, or bringing up children, or taking care of other people's children, or whatever it is that you do with your time can be a sacred purpose. It doesn't have to be something that's overtly spiritual. It can be inner spiritual work. So realize that your part in the team is intrinsically valuable. You bring something intrinsically valuable to this cooperative work. You are the ideal person for this. That's why you're there. The divine has put you there because this is the ideal situation for you. So remember that. Remember that. All right, going on to what's unseen. What are we missing? What's unseen? Page of Cups. Page of Cups. There's little heels overhead here. Got the little heart hands down here. It's fish. This fish is flying out of his cup. So the Page of Cups cups are very emotional. Cups are very fluid. The water suit, it's the emotions suit. And so when we are looking at the cups, we have to think about how we're feeling about this. And the Page of Cups can be a little bit carried away sometimes. The Page of Cups can be more in love with being in love than actually being in love. Does that make sense? It's the idea. The page is in love with his ideas. The page is in love with the inspiration. The page is in love with the creativity, with the process, with the not even he hasn't done the process yet. He's just the page, but he's loving the idea of the process. And so perhaps that is kind of where you're at with this. Maybe this teamwork is just getting started and it sounds like a great idea. But great ideas take work. Not that work has to be bad. Work can be joyful. And I think that's what this page is bringing to this. The page is bringing some joy into this work. We look here. So the page is supporting, the joy is supporting the work. We have this page down here with his joy, supporting the work. And even the work, she's got a little candle in her hand here. There's light, and even in what's might be considered very mundane work, you can bring light to that. Bringing the joy. The inspired action. All right. Let's see. Inspired action. What's going to come up? A little bit more. Ooh, is this the one? I think it's the one. Inspired action. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. So with our Ace of Pentacles right here, in the center of all of this, the ace is the manifestation of that new idea. So we have our page here who's just in love with this. He thinks this is the greatest idea ever, and really supporting the work that's already been done. But now we're crossing into a new phase. This epic mission is coming into something new. So the work has been going on. You've been doing the work. This project has been ongoing. And you're getting to the next shore. The inspired action, getting to that next shore, getting to that next phase of development with your cooperative team, and a lot of hope and joy, optimism, very uplifting. There's a lot of uplift. You can see that the hands here are supporting that pinnacle with all its wonderful little roots ready to be planted, ready to go. So there's a lot of ready to go here. Crossing to a new shore and ready to go. So very, very optimistic reading, which I'm really enjoying. This, I think this is a really great time for you, in that the things that you've wanted to create, you're starting to see some momentum. You're starting to see some fruition. The foundation is being built, and now you're able to grow this new endeavor or develop this further into the creation you want it to be. So, yeah. Yep, I'm really liking this. Okay. Further thoughts? Further thoughts? Anything more about this Ace of Pentacles? Seven of Swords. King of Pentacles. Okay. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords in this particular deck indicates taking what you need. Although the crow here doesn't realize why this is necessary, so it's sounding an alarm. Here, have a look at it here. You can see a crow down here, and what might be a bandit making off with a bunch of feathers. Feathers representing air, representing connection to spirit, representing in this case the swords, which is the air suit. But some people might not realize why this is important to you, but this is the point where you need to emphasize that it's important to you because it's your dream, it's your goal. Other people don't always understand your dreams and your goals. You know, even though you do have a cooperative team over here, they get it. Some other people might not get it, and that's okay. Not everybody's dreams are translatable to everybody. But that's what's the beauty of dreams. It's your dream. So I wouldn't worry too much about trying to convert other people over to your way of thinking. You know, let them be them. And you and your team just keep working on the things that you and your team need to work on to make this happen, because this is really a great and worthy work of your time. Your time is your most valuable resource. Because then we get to the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles says success. This says accomplishment. This says in the material world, things are going to work out no matter who believes in your dreams or not. But you've got to do what you've got to do to reach the success. So keep on keeping on. So while this whole overall reading has been very encouraging, yeah, there's going to be some naysayers in there. There's going to be some people who aren't really going to get your vision. And that's okay. That's okay. They can have their own vision. There's other visions to be had. Yeah. Just know that you're going in a right direction for you, for your work. Okay? All right, my friend. Keep on keeping on, which I do tell a lot of people in a lot of readings. You don't have to have everybody on your team. You just need the people that you really need. Okay? And you're on that team for a purpose. The team you have is the team you're meant to have, as long as you're working in divine purpose. Tap into your divine purpose and you will go in the right direction. Okay. All right. I think that's what I've got for today. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.